We have two very special guests joining Maurice. Jennifer.
That's right. We have two members of the U.S. Chess Women's Committee and two friends of mine, Maureen Grimaud and Kimberly Doo McVay, and they're with Maurice.
Indeed, a lot of things going on in women's chess these days, certainly on the international level, as we see at this tournament, and definitely here in the United States, and two women who are leading the charge. Maureen Grimaud of U.S. Chess, you're the chair of the U.S. Women's Chess Committee, and Kimberly Doo McVay. Maureen, I'll start with you. First of all, how excited are you to see a tournament like this here in the U.S., the strongest women's tournament ever held on U.S. soil?
Well, I have been giddy since I got here. So I've been over the moon with what has happened here today, and I'm just so thrilled, especially to hear the responses of the players and why they came and what they did to get here. And so we're so excited to see that. So we're shedding light on women around the world, not just including in the U.S., but around the world. And to see them here on American soil is just incredible. It's just a dream.
Kimberly, I know you have daughters in chess, or is it one daughter, or was it both?
I had two daughters that played chess, and also a son.
What was your experience like seeing your daughters playing when there were not that many role models here in the U.S.? We certainly had our players, but what was their experience like, and you as a mom seeing your girls play?
I think overall I had a really positive experience playing against the boys and also the few girls that were on the circuit. And I think that now looking back, they see that, or they now realize that chess played an incredibly important role in their lives, and they've benefited greatly from it.
Have you been motivated at all by the difficulties that young girls have faced in chess over the years to be a part now of the U.S. Women's Committee?
Oh, definitely. I think that girls are becoming stronger, and I think the fact that our committee can support them has just been something that's helping to just grow the number of girls in the chess community.
Maureen, what's your experience, what you've been hearing out in the field as the challenge of growing girls and women's chess? What have you heard as you look at the scholastic level, et cetera?
Well, since I came on board 4 years ago, chairing the committee, the thing we needed to hear was from the ground level. What's happening in the fields, and finding and hearing from the parents, the players, as well as the coaches, all uniform, all said the same thing, and that is, why can't we get more girls to the game? What can we do to get more girls? And tell us, please show us how. And so in those 4 years, we have developed and tried to tap into what makes girls tick, as opposed to what makes boys tick. So girls think, you know, when they play the game, their game after the game, they love to socialize. They'll get together, and they don't necessarily, and some, I mean, there are players that do, play competitively, but the vast majority of them, afterwards, they want to come around and they want to socialize over the game and just be friends. And so these are the things we wanted to accomplish, is to bring these girls from all around the United States and just see that there are other girls playing chess, and that there's a sisterhood there.
Now, I know there was an announcement yesterday that a $100,000 gift was being given by the club to the committee. That must have really warmed your heart.
Yes, very much so. Yes,
Yeah.
a little bit. Yes, very, very much so. And I can't thank enough to Jeannie and Rex Singfield for doing this through the St. Louis Chess Club. And this is just incredible. To me, it's like to us, it's the icing on the cake of what we've accumulated trying to do in these last several years to bring up the level of women and girls chess. Yeah.
Kimberly, you come to a tournament like this one. How does it motivate you to do this work, and what lessons do you feel you're going to take back for fruitful discussions with the committee?
Well, first of all, I had never been to St. Louis before, and
Welcome.
aside from a layover at the airport. And so to come here and see the St. Louis Chess Club and see the Hall of Fame, to me, it's like being at Disney World almost. Just because I think there's so many people that don't realize that St. Louis has now become such an important hub for chess. And now seeing the Cairns Cup going on and all these incredible female chess players coming together, I think that just also makes me much more motivated to get girls more involved in chess.
Maureen, I'll give you the last word. How can people find out more and offer their assistance to what the work you guys are doing?
Well, we're always looking for donations and volunteers and just a growing base, and there is a growing base throughout the United States. But you can go on the U.S. Chess website under the Women's button, Women's Initiative, and underneath that there's everything from articles to tournaments to anything that you want to know about women and girls chess. And when I say women and girls, we mean all ages, from 2 to 102.
Fantastic. Well, keep up the great work. Maureen Grimaud and Kimberly Doo McVay of U.S. Women's Chess Committee doing fantastic work, enhancing everything here we're doing at the club. Fantastic work. Again, go to the website, uschess.org, and you'll find out more.
That's right, and you can actually go to uschesswomen.org just to get all of that information.
Right. I actually had a question for Maureen and Kimberly. First of all, thank you both for your leadership and all that you do for chess. It's very inspiring to hear you speak. You were talking about the social aspects there of chess and girls, and I remember during a U.S. Women's Championship playing with Maggie Fang, Bug House. And all the girls were getting into Bug House. So a variant where you have to have a partner, do you find that perhaps might be more inspiring for girls, that they could play team chess?
I'm very glad you brought that up, because that's exactly what we're trying to encompass in the growth of girls and women. Because for females, they do like to socialize. So if they come together as a team, even if one player is not as good as the other, and we've actually discussed this in our committee, and that is get a mature player. When I say mature, I mean it doesn't matter age. It means a stronger player with somebody who's brand new, somebody new, fresh out of the outside of the chess community, to come in and play on teams, and they mentor each other and do it the same with partners, so that it becomes a team effort. And this way, the players that don't know much about chess, they learn from their partner and vice versa, and it becomes a social, like a sisterhood type group and social gathering. And afterwards, yes, you're right, usually afterwards we have a girls club room at the national tournaments, and they're out there analyzing games, but they're also painting nails and putting little little diamonds on their fingernails.
Yes,
and we have
do
chess
that all the time.
Well, I know, we would love to see that on you. And they say, it could intimidate the boys when they're playing on the board. Yes.
What's your experience, Kim, with your girls? Did they do things like that when they were playing chess?
There was no such thing as a girls' club room when my girls were playing chess, unfortunately. But I do think that they liked having the idea, or liked having a team of their friends playing together, and they would like to socialize at the tournaments. Unfortunately, there weren't that many girls playing, and I do think that having the girls' club rooms have been pivotal to making the girls feel like they're more welcome at these national scholastic tournaments.
Yes, that is one thing we have noticed, is the retention. They keep coming back because they want to see their girlfriends there.
Well, times are changing. Thank you so much for your work.